some people can do it in the moment. Other people need 20 minutes, 2 hours, or 2 days. So if you are with someone who needs 2 days, don't start talking in the moment. They're totally dysregulated. They can't listen. They're not yet there. Wait. But this is what happens, is that you have one person who needs to make sure that we don't go to bed upset, and the other one who just don't give me one more word or I'm going to
explode.
Yeah. So this is where one needs to learn to engage sooner and one needs to learn to wait longer.
Yeah, that's something that I've always found interesting in the dance of relationships.
That's friction, by the way.
And also there has to be a level of respect, right? Because I remember my husband and I in the beginning days, he would want to handle it immediately and I would be like, I need a second.
That's right.
And then we would both be like, wait, like, and then we almost need to find our common ground of like, okay, I can't go into a hole for 3 days and ignore you. So we need to find our middle ground of where we both can respect each other, that you need some reprieve right now. You can't just be waiting for 3 days. And also I can't have this conversation in 20 minutes. So where can you meet in the middle? Again, that just takes accountability, right?
It's accountability and it's acknowledgement of the differences.
Yeah.
I mean, you're needing the 3 days is not because of me. You need 3 days is because of who you are and how you've learned to calm down and whatever history you come with. And the most important piece about it is not to personalize it. Then I can say, look, after a day, because I'm not sure that you like the 3 days. Maybe you actually would love it if it was just half a day, but you don't know how to do it. Because, you wait till all the nervous system kind of sets back in. You've gone 3 times to do sports, whatever you needed to do to kind of, get yourself back to ground zero. I could help you, actually. That's the thing. I may actually be able to tell you, hey, you're not going to lose face and you don't have to feel like you're giving in and giving up if you talk to me 2 days before, and I'm not going to attack you. Can we sit and just look at what happened here? So I'll help you with the 3 days. It's not just the middle, because it's nice to meet in the middle ground. It's that I have something you don't have.
Right, because I'm not arguing or fighting with myself. Like there's another person that has the keys to the answers of why they acted that way and why I acted that way.
Where did you learn to need 3 days? I think that something that would be very useful for all your listeners is, the typical thing is to say, what do you fight about? Rather than what is it that you're fighting for? And when you look at what people fight for, Howard Markman he summarized it really beautifully. He's a researcher on couples. And he said people fight about a few major things. The first one is people fight for power and control. Whose decisions matter most? Whose needs get priority? Who gets to decide? Much of our fighting is actually about power and control. It doesn't matter if it looks like it's about money or the kids or the parents or my activities or your friends. The second thing we fight about is care and closeness. Can I trust you? Do you have my back? Will you look out for me? Can I rely on you? And we don't say I fight about trust. We fight about you didn't call me and you didn't tell me you were going to be late and you didn't tell me that you had visited these people and you didn't share that with me. And I didn't know you tell ChatGPT this and that, care and closeness. And the third one is respect and recognition. Do you value me? When you didn't invite me to join you, we can talk about how I wasn't included. But the issue is I didn't feel valued. I don't feel like I'm important in your life. So power and control, care and closeness, and respect and recognition, power, trust, and value.